Thank you for watching South Georgia Hot Shot.
All right, well, we made it to our Sparks, Nevada pickup. There's not much out here. They've gone to lunch. We're here at 11:30. They went to lunch. They'll be back at 12, and they can't load us till then, obviously. But we just realized, because we were in a big hurry to sign this rate con, this is a warning for everybody. Pay attention to them before you sign them. I mean, we've been bit before and we're like, oh, we're gonna make sure. But when you're bouncing down the road and your reception's going in and out and you're trying to sign these rate cons. So this is gonna be crane unloaded. First thing Monday morning. And you guys know how much I love crane unloads. And they slipped in that it needs to be tarped. Now we're picking up these metal pieces here. All this metal here. I'm hoping that doesn't have to be tarped. I'm hoping it's going to be a wood box. They've got a wooden crate that's going to go on. I'm hoping that has to be tarped and I don't have to tarp this whole thing. Now they also said it was 34 feet, and the way they showed me a piece of paper how they're going to load it, it's going to be 37 feet. Oh, this guy's got a driving range out here. I guess he just smashes golf balls out into Never Never Land. They got a basketball court here too for employees. Like, how badass is that? I mean, I don't really play basketball, but just give the opportunity of your employees just to come out and get some exercise. It's awesome. All right, well, we're gonna wait 30 minutes and get loaded. I'll show you guys what we got. If you don't have a refrigerator / freezer in your truck, are you actually a real truck driver? Because if you can't have ice cream anytime you want, it's not worth it in life.
I don't eat ice cream, so I would know.
This is fudgesicle.
Yeah.
Amazing. We could sell these things out here. I think they want it tarp because it has insulation foam inside. Like there's foam on the inside of this metal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right, show you guys what we have so far. So they wanted to do 4 here and then 3 behind it, and then they wanted to put more stuff behind that. We have picked up another load going to Utah, so I asked them if they could just stack the other 3 up here, and I think all this has to be tarp. I'm hoping my blue tarp is big enough. What's messed up is the broker didn't even mention this needs to be tarped. Nothing, didn't ask us. I mean, if we didn't have any tarps, they'd be screwed, you know? Luckily we have tarps. I'm hoping the big blue one can get this one, and then the black one's gonna do these pieces back here. So we've got these pieces right here. It's gonna be one more on top of this, and then there's a wooden crate that they need to put behind this. And then we've picked up 2 pallets of tires that I'll show you guys when we get to that point. Did you get enough straps out, you think?
7 straps full.
Okay, so we'll put 2, oh yeah, that'll be enough. All right, this is what we got so far. So the blue tarp is coming down to the toolboxes here, right there. So we don't have quite enough to go over there. I was hoping we could fold these around to cover up that front, but I think we're gonna be a little bit short. And then this back isn't covered up all the way. But this is one of our black tarps covering this up. So what I think I'm gonna do is pull that blue tarp forward a little bit more, and then we'll use our last black tarp to do the back end of that. All right, so we've pulled the blue tarp down far enough to where each side will fold over and cover that part, which brought us to having to drag this blue tarp back, place our black tarp, drape it down, and then pull the blue tarp back over it so the wind doesn't get up underneath of it and catch it. So now I'm just gonna throw some straps and tighten this stuff up, and we should be ready to roll. And there's the tires on pallets. When they said it was gonna be 6,000 pounds of tires on pallets, I was like, there's no freaking way they can fit 6,000 pounds of tires on pallets. I guess they can. That's there's some big ass tires. I wonder what size lift I would need on the Ford for that. I thought we would be overweight because the way my tires squished down, but we actually looked up these tires and they are 1,500 pounds a piece. So wow, those things are massive. All I did was X the strap over, so this strap goes from this back right corner to the front left corner, so it's an X pattern over top of the tires. So, and then there's my little bitty tires compared to it. Pretty crazy, huh? Lita's throwing a few more bungees on because we're kind of in a hurry to get over here because they want those things first thing. So the story with these was it's like 500 miles, and he put them on the board for 500, but they needed to be picked up today and dropped tomorrow. So I called him up. I'm like, hey, that's not a partial. So I was like, look, I'm in Sparks, Nevada right now. I can go pick them up, but not at the price you have posted. He says, well, what can you do them for? I said, $2 a mile. He said, all right, let me make a phone call. Made a phone call, called us back, said, all right, go get the tires. So we're getting $2 a mile on that, and we're getting $2 a mile on that. What pisses me off about that is, like I said, it didn't mention anything about crane, and it didn't mention anything about tarping. And that's our fault for not catching it on the Raycon. So double check your Raycons. Read everything before you sign it, because these brokers are shysters. All right, she's gonna throw a few more bungees on here. I'm gonna give her a hand. And then these are going to St. George, Utah, and that's going to Orem, Utah. Well, good morning. I have no idea where we're at. I will say this. Our original plan was it was going to take us over to Vegas and shoot us up the 15. And for some reason, they meaning the GPSs that we were using, had me go up 6. 6 leads you to the Extraterrestrial Highway. And when I first pulled onto it, there was a sign that said no fuel for like 180 miles. And I was like, what? No way. whatever. My truck showed I could go, I think, 200 miles. And instead of going down and turning around to go over, up, and up by Vegas, where you going, Fat Butts? I went ahead and sent it. And let me tell you something. I don't know what it was, but last night I was scared, man. That road is no joke. I mean, there's cows walking across the road. It's pitch black for 180 something miles. Pitch black. You can't see in front of your face. And we were seeing weird lights. Now, I'm not saying I seen aliens or anything like that. Don't think like, which I do believe in aliens, but I don't believe I seen aliens. I don't believe they come down and they shove things in your ass to study us. What I'm saying is there was things that didn't make sense last night, and Lita will tell you the same thing. It's almost like we were hallucinating things. Come on, walk this way. And man, it was wild. Like, there was dead cows on the road. There was blood everywhere because it's a free range out there. It's they don't keep their cattle fenced up. They just let them walk across the highway. And the road was rough and terrifying, and oh my God, I'll let Lita explain more because I'm an idiot, obviously. But she'll be able to explain a little. Look at that. It looks like they had a fire there. That car burned up. All those trucks burn up. Whatever that thing over there is burned up. How did the trees survive? Look how big this tree is. Look at the size of that thing. Anyways, yeah, so it was, oh my gosh. They have there's one building that we did see along the way. I mean, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 houses that we could see. But there was a hotel called the Alien Inn. But the way they spelt it was like Alien Inn. Alien Inn. Something like that. I'll see if Lita can find it and put it in. That's a log right there. Holy smokes. I don't know. It was wild. I'll have Lita talk about last night and show her. I think she was terrified. I mean, it was so black. It was so dark last night because there's no lights coming from houses or other cars. We might have seen like maybe 2 cars the entire time. And well, if you're gonna use the bathroom, use the bathroom. I hate that she sniffs around like she does. It's like she's a male. She wants to just mark everything. All right, let me get off here. Oh, well, you guys weren't even looking at me. Let me hop off here. I'll get Lita's perspective on last night because I've never done acid, but I would imagine that road is like doing acid. So what was your take on, what's the name of the road?
The
Extraterrestrial Highway?
It's 375. I gotta put this in glass.
375, so was it 6 that took us to 375, or was there something else in between?
I think it was 6. 493. I'm not sure.
One of those. I can't believe they don't have any gas stations along there. And there's some houses that are like 100 miles out one way. There's no stores, there's no roads, there's no turnoffs. So that means every time you go to town, that's 200 miles at least. I think we've seen 2 houses out there. There was one that had a farm that had some semi-trucks on it. And no, that was the only one, wasn't it?
I think so.
Nothing for miles.
I mean, there's still nothing for miles.
Well, yeah, right now there's still nothing, but not for 180 miles. So it was Ash, Nevada that we stayed in last night. It was the first gas station that we came across.
The only gas station.
The only gas station. So.
Yeah, because we tried to stop at that. I'm not sure what it's called. It's like T-O-P-E-H.
Topahoma or
Something
Topaho?
like that.
Topaho? Topaho?
I don't know. They start the signs like, I don't know, like 200 miles.
Weird
before you
signs.
get
It's
there.
like roll the dice to win a room, and it's a casino bar. They have a picture of a baby on the sign.
Yeah,
on the sign in like a water tub or something, an old water wash
like
tub.
Yeah, like a basin,
Yeah.
a washing basin.
And there's a clown motel there.
Yeah, the Clown Motel is there.
The clown motel.
It's the only one.
So what is the clown motel? People may not know.
It's just like this hotel that's decorated on the outside with clowns, and it's decorated on the inside with clowns. There's like a whole bunch of like clown dolls in all the rooms and stuff like that. And it's really like creepy looking, and it's supposed to be like super haunted, but I mean it's just creepy that it's full of clowns. There's clowns all over the place. I took pictures of it, so maybe I'll remember to put it in.
And maybe we
here.
could put a link too.
Yeah, but a lot of people, it's like a lot of people in the horror community like gone there, want to go there because it's just like
Clowns are creepy to most
it's
people.
just yeah. So
But we were gonna get fuel there, but I didn't see anywhere to get fuel. And so I was like, oh, I'll just go on down or maybe get fuel in Vegas. And next thing I know, we're on 6. For some reason, maybe there was an accident or something, and it was trying to reroute us around the accident. Because I was using Google, I was using Trucker Path, and I was using Garmin at the same time. Now Garmin is retarded, but Garmin told me to go to Vegas. And I wish I'd have listened to Garmin. There's times Garmin is right, there's times Google is right, there's times Trucker Path is right. And I can never seem to pick the right one. I always pick the wrong one. But
we don't have any signal out here most of the time.
no
so
cell phone service.
I don't know if that is messing with the maps or what, you know. Especially that Trucker Path one. Like it kept saying like connected, disconnected, connected, disconnected, like every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Anyways, so there was cattle on the road last night. There was dead cows everywhere. There was blood where there wasn't a cow. I don't know what the deal was with that.
Yeah.
But there was like flashing lights. And there was lights. There would be bright lights that would be shining at you that it seemed like we could never get to.
Yeah.
It's like somebody was driving their car in reverse
On this road.
on the road.
Yep.
I'm not one of those weird ghost alien abduction people. But man, last night I tried to explain to him. I mean, I've never done acid, but that's how I would imagine acid. It's like that movie Fear and Loathing Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Where someone broke down. Yeah, that's a shitty place to break down.
Yeah, you don't want to break down out here.
There's nothing, no cell phones.
Yeah.
But God, it was crazy, right?
Yeah. It was like, yeah, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is a good example. Lost Highway is a good one too. Like, I don't know, that's kind of like an obscure movie where they just keep driving on this road and it never ends and it's dark.
It's like Groundhog's Day mixed with Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, where it's like, this road is never going to end.
Yeah.
I honestly thought we would never make it off the road.
I felt like we were on there forever, and like, I don't know, it's just it's a creepy road. Like, you can't really see anything like a couple yards like from the road, so you don't know if it's like mountains or trees or whatever.
You don't know if you're driving through a forest.
Yeah.
It's pitch
black.
And even with my brights on,
Can't
the
see it.
darkness just swallowed it up.
And that's what's weird about like the light, like the car lights and the lights. Like, you would see them so far off that you'd be like, well, they'll just be like on us in a minute. But it'd be like 20 minutes and you'd be like, where's this car?
Yeah.
And then the light would disappear and you're like, what is going on
Yep.
here? Yeah, it was weird. I didn't like it.
It was creepy, man.
Yeah.
It was,
If you want to go on this ride, I would go on this ride in the daytime. You don't want anything to do with this
it's...
at night. It is, and there's no cars. Like, the cars that we saw were few and far between.
Yeah, if you break down, there's no cell phone service. If you break down, I mean, we seen a truck that was on the side.
Yeah.
And I was like, he must have ran out of fuel because there's no fuel stations along there.
Yeah. And we had somebody, like, behind us for a time.
Yeah.
But we couldn't see what it was.
Riding my ass.
But,
and I have no idea where he came from.
Yeah, and then he was gone. And then it just, like, was gone. So I don't know if he, like, turned out into, like, this thing that was labeled, like, Forest Estates or whatever.
I was like, we're gonna get murdered.
But I feel like we would have seen, like, headlights, like, going, you know, like how headlights reflect in your rear view, your mirrors? Like, you would have seen them turn off and it would have bounced on your eyes because that's the only light out here.
These are the trees we seen alongside of the road.
Yeah.
That looked like cactus.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can turn this around and show you guys. These little trees right here. We could see those just off to the side, and Lita's like, are these cactus?
I mean, they look like it.
They're kind of in the shape, some of them are in the shape of a cactus.
I don't know what those are.
So, anyways, that road was crazy creepy, man.
Yeah. Just if you need to see the sign that says Extraterrestrial Highway, just do yourself a favor and, like, when 375 starts, take a picture of that sign and then turn fucking around. Just turn around.
Yep.
You don't want any part of this road. It's not, especially with the cows. The cows were really, like, the cows were freaking me out. All of it was freaking me out.
Yeah.
Because there were cows that were running while we were driving by them. And, like, that, it's just not.
I don't know, man. You hit a cow out in the middle of nowhere. Probably out of service.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to hit, like, anything.
Nope.
There's lots of rabbits. And
Lots
stuff.
of rabbits. You seen what? I don't know if that was a deer, but that must have been like a 30-point deer.
Yeah.
That thing had a rack on it, like all the girls from Baywatch put together. Massive rack. All right, we babbled enough. All right, we'll see you guys when we get there. All right, guys, we made it. We made it. I can't believe it. This, you know, this load rides perfect on flat pavement, but as soon as you start to hit bumps, because these weigh so much more than that, man, it would bounce. It was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie, but I still feel it was safe. I don't think I was doing anything crazy. It was just something I wasn't used to. So we are here to unload. Let me make sure I pulled up correctly. Look at those big old tires. I was like, I got some big old tires here for you, and they're like, those aren't big. All right, let me get this stuff unstrapped, and then I might poke around on the board, see if there's something going from here up, and see what we can do.